Nature's Head Composting Toilet. If you plan to do a lot of boondocking and conserving water is a priority, you may have opted to replace your standard porcelain toilet with the Nature's Head Composting Toilet on your Oliver. The Nature's Head Composting Toilet is designed to separate liquids and solid wastes. While standing in front of the composting toilet, you will see on the back right the vent hose and power supply from the integrated fan that is screened to prevent insects from getting in and is vented out to the roof to help reduce odor and humidity. When plugged in, the fan draws approximately 1.7 amps of power in 24 hours. If you're using the toilet full-time, using the fan full-time will enable the compost to process faster. If you are not going to be using the toilet for 10 days or more, unplug the fan, as the compost would tend to become too dry and hard. You can see that the toilet features a trap door that can be opened or closed using the handle on the side. You will want the trap door to be closed when urinating so that urine is directed into the liquids container. Allowing urine into the composting chamber will cause an unpleasant odor and prevent proper compost action. The liquids container holds 2.2 gallons and will require more frequent emptying. 2 people might need to empty it after 3 to 4 days. Seated usage is recommended for all users, as male stand-up usage may splatter and require additional cleanup. All urine has an odor and might be noticed when the storage container is open to the air for emptying. For persistent urine odors in the container, add a few ounces of white vinegar and/or a few drops of Dawn dishwashing soap to help reduce this odor. The translucent material on the container allows easy visualization of the liquid level. To empty the liquid waste container, release the latches located at both front sides of the unit which secure the bowl to the base. Raise the bowl to an angle of approximately 45 degrees, install the cap, and remove the bottle. Dispose of the contents in an appropriate manner. Should overflow of the liquid waste container occur, the liquid will remain confined into the container base so long as the overflow is not excessive. It is best you don't leave the liquid waste in the tank for extended periods. While everyone is different, urine will typically smell bad if allowed to sit for a long time. The liquid tank should be emptied frequently and rinsed with water and detergent or vinegar added. It is recommended to cover the composting toilet with plastic or large trash bag when showering in your bathroom, as the excess water could quickly fill the liquids container or solids bin if the trap door is left open. A great solution is to add the shower track package to your ollie that allows you to add a shower curtain to separate the shower area from the toilet. The solids bin is designed to be emptied every 60 to 80 uses. This equates for 2 full-time users to empty the solids bin about every 3 weeks. For those that camp just on weekends, the bin could last a few months before needing to be emptied. With any bowel movement, the trap door must be open. Before use, it is necessary to add compost material directly into the base of the unit. Nature's Head recommends storing compost material in gallon-sized zipper-type plastic bags so that the compost material stays moist. To fill your toilet or refill it after emptying, pour 2 and 1 gallon bags of pre-moistened sphagnum peat moss or coconut coir fiber into the base of the toilet. We will provide the initial peat moss to your solids bin at delivery. The sphagnum peat moss or coconut coir should be filled to the level of the agitator bar in the horizontal position. Your composting material should be damp and crumbly, never wet or soupy. If your sphagnum peat moss or coconut coir is dry, add a small amount of water. When not in use, the lid of the toilet should be in the closed position, preventing the entry of insects and allowing proper ventilation. The peat moss must be regular organic sphagnum peat moss. Do not use Miracle-Gro peat moss as it contains additional chemicals. Do not add additional composting medium after solid usage, as it will result in too much sphagnum peat moss or coconut coir in the unit and will limit your time of usage before emptying. Toilet paper is typically placed in the solids bin. Since paper products do not decompose as quickly as solid wastes, they will be visible long after the solid material is broken down. Marine or RV toilet paper will compost the quickest. Diapers, wipes, and tampons should not be placed in the solids bin, as they are typically made from a mix of rayon and non-organic cotton and are commonly chlorine bleached. These will not decompose. 100% cotton tampons will compost, but will take a significant amount of time. It is not recommended to add vegetable scraps to the solids bin, as they slow down the decomposition of the solids and cause the bin to fill prematurely. Most users will keep a small spray bottle filled with a mixture of water and white vinegar nearby to spray off the bowl in the event that some solid waste adheres to the surface. Occasional spritzing of the bowl also assists in cleaning the urine passages. After solid waste addition, the sphagnum peat moss or coconut coir fiber must be agitated 2 to 3 revolutions using the spider handle on the side slowly in order to mix the waste into the compost and promote the composting process. Contents of the solid waste container must be kept moist, not wet, and remain separated from the liquid waste. When the toilet is functioning correctly, the composted matter will have a musty or soil-like odor, and the visual appearance will be very similar to that of the original composting material. It is not normal for the compost to be wet or for there to be odor problems. If the compost is staying wet and you have odor problems, the solids tank is likely becoming contaminated with urine, and steps must be taken to prevent this. Composting works when the inside temperature of your ollie is 55 degrees or warmer. The warmer it is, the faster it will compost. When the temperature drops to freezing inside your ollie, the compost will be dormant until the temperature reaches 55 degrees or higher. When it's time to empty the solids bin, you will need to remove the base from the bathroom. The composting toilet weighs about 30 pounds with the composting material in the solids bin. First, remove the liquids container from the front of the toilet. Unhook your vent hose and power supply. Lift the seat unit several inches and slide it to the left to disengage the slip hinge. Remove the knobs from the mounting brackets at each side of the base. Remove the base from the trailer and empty. One of the simplest methods to empty the solids bin is to place a 13-gallon kitchen bag over the opening of the base. The bag should fit tightly over the rim and allow you to invert the base and empty the contents into the bag without spillage. It is necessary to clean the interior of the solids-based container, as composting will continue from the residual matter clinging to the sides. Cleaning the base unit, especially with any chemicals, may inhibit its ability to generate the good bacteria that is breaking down the solid wastes. Simply empty, put in more sphagnum peat moss, and reassemble your toilet. It is unnecessary to clean the interior of the solid waste container, as composting will continue. The recommended procedure for disposing of the contents of the solid waste tank is placing it in a proper composting bin to allow it to fully decompose. The contents of the solid waste tank may be safely placed into a conventional dumpster if it has been allowed to compost fully. When fully composted, the solid waste may be used to fertilize non-ingestible plantings. Solids that have not fully composted for at least a year are not suitable for use on edible plants or vegetables. Full-time users have special circumstances to deal with. Full-time use does not allow enough time for solid waste to decompose. This also means that fecal bacteria may still be present. We recommend taking precautions such as the use of gloves if you may come in contact with waste material. It is advisable that you delay emptying the solid waste for 6 to 8 hours after the last use. A quick spray of water and white vinegar or natural cleaner from the squirt bottle is all that is needed to keep your composting toilet fresh between uses. If necessary, a moistened paper towel is excellent for cleaning the interior and exterior of the toilet. For more intensive cleaning or dried-on matter, a paper towel moistened with a 1-to-1 solution of vinegar and water may be used. Bleach, ammonia, and other commercial cleaning compounds should never be added to your composting head, as they will interfere with the composting process and may lead to unpleasant odors. Maintenance requirements for the Nature's Head composting toilet are very minimal. All bolts, hinges, latches, knobs, agitator, and trapdoor components are either stainless steel or brass. Filters on each side of the base should be removed and cleaned yearly or when emptying the solid wastes. Each filter is secured to the housing with 2 Phillips head bolts. Remove the bolts, clean, and replace. When reinstalling the composting toilet to your bathroom on your ollie, remember to tighten the unit down using the knobs and mounting brackets and to plug in the vent hose and power supply. In the case you may later want to change your toilet to a conventional toilet, the black tank is still installed but not functional on your ollie. Your black tank flush inlet is also installed but is not needed. If you have any questions concerning your Nature's Head composting toilet, contact Nature's Head directly or the Oliver Travel Trailers Service Department.